Hi, and welcome back to another car conversation on this beautiful motivational Monday. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Right now here in the DMV, it is 62 degrees, so it's a little on the chilly side. In fact, my hands are a little chilly, which is why I made me a cup of peach tea. And I just realized the cup says, "Be still and know that I am God." Psalms 46:10. I never noticed that because normally I see the cup from this side that just says, "Be still." So that is extremely hot, but we need it right now. Let's jump into this video so that I can let you be, get back to my work day, get me some nourishment, and just get on with the flow of my own day. But before I do that, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I certainly did. And I hope you all have an even better week this week than you did last week. So having said that, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to tap the bell because I don't want you to miss anything. This channel is all about motivation. I do some cooking videos. And if you watch the videos, you'll understand. But I do some cooking videos every now and then. And now that we're in the fall season, I definitely have to come up with some more videos for you all. People have been asking, so I'm going to make sure I do that, okay? And if this is not your first rodeo, welcome back. You know I miss you when I don't get a chance to see you. Now let's jump into today's topic, which, by the way, is not really what I wanted to share today. But I was looking at a video yesterday, and Iyanla Vanzant, who I absolutely love, she was talking about how to reroute your life. And I said, wow, this is deep. And I think other people need to hear this as well as myself. And so the quote that she gave, she said, when your life is not looking the way you want it to look, when you're not feeling good about you, where you are or who you are, there are several things that you must do in order to get yourself together. And that is her quote. Everything will be in the description box. So she gave 3 points. And I have a takeaway, and I promise I'll let you be. Number 1, she said, stop complaining about where you are. I need somebody to hear me. Stop complaining about where you are. She said, there is nothing that will keep you stuck where you are longer than complaining about being there. Instead of complaining about it, bless it. Tell God thank you for everything you have learned about where you don't want to be. So in other words, instead of complaining about where you are, regardless of what that situation may be, stop complaining about it and thank God. Say, Lord, I thank you for teaching me everything that I don't want to be, for teaching me everything about why I don't want to be in this situation. Thank God. See, we need to learn to start thanking God in every situation. And I've said that before, and somebody said, well, why would I thank God if my marriage has failed or my finances aren't where I want them to be? Well, you thank God regardless. That's why. That's number 1. But also you want to thank God because that marriage failing might have been the way he was trying to tell you that that's not the right person for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because we tend to hold on to people, places, and things longer than we should. So I thank God regardless of what's going on in my life, good, bad, or indifferent. Number 2, tell the absolute truth about how you got where you are without blaming or holding other people responsible. Can I say that one more time? Tell the absolute truth about how you got where you are without blaming or holding other people responsible. Y'all know what I'm talking about, because whenever things go wrong in our lives, we want to point the finger at what they did. Well, they did this, they said that, so what? Let's talk about what you did and what you said. Yes, there may have been other people involved, but the universe doesn't care about that. You are in your life, and your life is your responsibility. So be honest about what you did or didn't do, what you saw or didn't see, why you chose what you chose that landed you where you are today. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. Now, if you tell yourself or others you had no other choice, that is a lie that you are telling yourself. You know, we always have a way of doing things and then saying, well, I had no other choice. Well, you did have a choice. Well, you know what? Let me think about that for a second, because there are some times when you made the decision that you made because you probably had no other choice. Let me just say that if a wild bear was going to attack your child and you got in your car and you ran into that bear and killed it, yeah, that's the only other choice you had, because that bear was going to take your child out. But I'm talking about other things. So let's say you're in a relationship and your significant other, you're just not attracted to them anymore. You just can't stand them. The sight of them makes you want to vomit. And so you go out here and get with somebody else. And then you say, well, I had no other choice but to cheat because I can't stand my significant other. No, you had a choice. See, that's called divorce. You could have left that marriage. You could have said, let's separate for a year and get ourselves together and do some thinking and do some therapy to decide if we want to make this relationship work. You had another choice, but you chose to go get with somebody else. Let's say you lost your job and you have a family to take care of, and you've been looking for other jobs, and your self-righteous self doesn't want to go and ask for government assistance. So you decide that you're going to go out there and sell your behind, or you're going to sell drugs. And then when you get caught, you say, I didn't have any other choice. I have a family to feed. No, you had another choice. You did. You could have asked family. You could have asked friends. You could have gone to seek government assistance. There were other choices. You chose to do those things. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to be careful about saying, I had no other choice. Because 9 times out of 10, regardless of the situation, there was another choice. You just didn't choose it. Okay? You chose the one that you thought was best for you in that moment. Let's just keep it real and be honest. Number 3, I'm going back to my notes. Create an intention or get still and craft a vision about where you want to be, how you want to feel, and what you want. It makes no sense to complain about where you are if you don't have an intention or a vision to be somewhere else. Let me put a pin right there. It bothers me to the core of my being when somebody is always complaining about where they are. It could be the job, it could be the relationship, it could be the neighborhood, it could be the state you live in. It doesn't matter. But when I am talking to my clients and they're complaining about whatever that situation is, and we've talked about this before, I get to a point where I just sit back and I have to put on, I'm sorry, I'm adjusting my seat. I have to put on my game face because, I've been told that I don't have a poker face, and I know that about myself because my face tends to show how I'm really feeling. But when someone comes and you are paying for my time, so I'm giving you my time. Yes, you paid for it. And you're complaining about the same things over and over and over again. I get to a place where I have to fix my face, fix this. And I'm listening to you. And when you're done, because I listen to to understand, not to respond. But when you're done, I typically will look down at my notes, and then I'll look back up at you and I'll say, okay, now we've talked about this before. And every time we talk, you have the same complaint. Are they valid complaints? Sometimes they are. Most times they are. But then my question to you is, what are you going to do about it? We know what the problem is because you've stated that quite clearly. We know what the problem is. I want to know, what are you going to do about it? Because if you're not going to do anything about it, you cannot keep coming to me with the same problem, the same complaints, and you have no plan or no vision to fix it. Why are we talking about it? You obviously like where you are, so why are you complaining? And they'll say, no, I don't like it. Okay, well then what are you going to do to fix it? What's the vision? What are we doing? Come on now, we got to come up with a roadmap to get you from here to here. Because all you want to do is stay here and complain about it. Sorry, y'all, I just get really bothered by that. But let me get back to my notes. So an intention is about what you want. Don't worry about the how. Just get clear about the intention, and God will line up everything for you. Now, a vision is a mental image that will pull you forward. So you have to see it before you can be it or have it. Or I should say, do it, see it, or have it. You need one or both in order to get your life moving in the right direction toward what you desire. So again, an intention is about what you want. I intend to do A, B, C, X, Y, Z. The vision is a mental image that will pull you forward. So my intention is to grow the next phase of my business through my journals, which will be linked in the description box. So thank you for those of you in advance that have already purchased yours. Well, let me say this. Those of you that have already purchased yours, thank you so very much. I'm thanking those in advance for the ones that will go and purchase. And if you're thinking about it, don't think too long. Get your copies, okay? But all the journals that I have available are in the description box. So my intention was to grow my coaching business through adding on journals, okay? And then I got the vision of what it would look like. So I had intention, which was knowing what I wanted. And the vision is that mental image. So I saw the journals and then I created them. Come on, somebody. Okay. Let me move on because I got a little emotion about that one. But yeah, so you have to have an intention and a vision, because if you don't, you will stay exactly where you are. Now, here's the takeaway. You can fit around winning and complaining, or you can ignite your personal power with these simple words. Let me say that again. You can fit around, meaning you can fit somewhere in between winning and complaining. And so the simple words are simply this. Iyanla said, tell yourself, I've had enough of this. I'm going to say it because I'm grown and I can't get in trouble. She said, tell yourself, I've had enough of this shit and I'm choosing something different. Your life is your responsibility, and if you don't enjoy your life, your problems will. Y'all, that's powerful. That's powerful right there. If you don't, if I don't, if we don't enjoy our lives, our problems will. Do you realize that for most people, their problems are enjoying the life that they should be enjoying? Why? Because you don't enjoy your life. And all you do is sit back and let your problems just cloud your judgment. Every day and every time you open your mouth, you got a problem. I need you to create intention, get the vision, and start moving forward. We are not complaining about things anymore. We're just not. And if you choose to complain, I can't tell you not to. I can encourage you, but I can't tell you not to. If you choose to complain, keep it to yourself, because nobody wants to hear it. At the end of the day, you complain about your finances. Well, probably the person that you're complaining to is having financial issues as well. You complain about your relationship. Well, the person you're talking to is probably having relationship issues as well. They just don't tell anybody. So we're not going to keep complaining. I don't know about you, but I don't do pity parties. I do not. And if you come to me and you start to have it, I'm going to give you the hand and say, hold up, wait a minute now. We don't do pity parties over here. You can tell me what's going on, and then we're going to work on finding a solution to fix it. But I will not have a pity party with you, and I'm certainly not going to have one with myself. If y'all hear my stomach growling, forgive me. I'm going to go to God in prayer and say, Lord, you know what I stand in need of. Fix it, Jesus. I need you to fix it as only you can. Give me the solutions. Give me the intention. Give me the vision so that I can fix this issue, and then sit back and watch God work. But if all you're going to do is complain, well, you're going to be in the same situation. I'm going to say this, and I promise I'm going to let you be. Some of y'all right now are in situations that you found yourself in last year, and all you did from last year this time to now is complain. That's all you did. You complained. You didn't set anything in motion to fix that problem. All you did is complain. Well, daggone it, we're going to stop complaining. Because what did Iyanla say? Hold on. She said, you've got to tell yourself, I had enough of this shit. Okay? I have had enough of this shit, and I'm choosing something different. And until you tell yourself that, you will remain stuck where you are. Y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Go out there, enjoy the rest of this day. Have an amazing day on purpose, regardless of what happens to you, through you, or around you. You are still in control. God ultimately is in control, but you are in control of how you react to the things around you. Keep that in mind. And remember, we're not complaining anymore. We're not complaining. We're going to create intention, and we're going to create a vision, and we're going to see our way out of that mess. You all know what to do. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as you go about the rest of this day, remember to pray for me, because I'm always praying for you. Y'all know I love you to the moon and back, and there's nothing you can do about it, ever. So get that in your mind. There's nothing you can do about it. But if you continue to pray for me, as I'm always praying for you, watch God change things. Love you all, and we'll talk again on Wednesday.